I love old entertainment. Now, my specific era, I'm not as old as some folks at only 31 as of the recording of this video, but my era was the late 90s, early 2000s. So I've been consuming a lot from them, from then, from the 90s, the 80s, and so on and so forth. Just exploring and seeing what I can find. And a lot of it is so much better. Even some of the bad stuff is entertaining by virtue of just the quality and the decision making, but it's not trying to preach to me. It's not trying to beat me over the head with woke messaging, and it's just good. Everything from comic books to video games to television shows to movies. It's all pretty good. I mean, there's bad stuff, but it's not bad because it's ideological. It's bad because the quality is bad. They just didn't make a good product. That's what I miss when it was, you could judge something on the merit of its quality as opposed to what the messaging was and what the real world implications that were tied to it were, because that's all entertainment seems to be now, is just, hey, look at us, we're woke, and that's great, and that's what the industry stands for, that's what entertainment stands for now. I've just walked away from that. Apart from indies and foreign stuff, most modern stuff is completely out the window for me. I don't give any money to Disney, to Warner Brothers, to Paramount, to NBC Universal. Amazon gets some of it because I have Prime, because it's convenient, but that's about it. I hardly watch anything, and even on there, I just watch whenever they put old shows on. Or old movies, or old whatever. The new stuff I could care less about. It's like, nope, don't care about The Boys. Nope, don't care about Invincible. Nope, don't care about Rings of Power. Nope, don't care about Wheel of Time. Don't care about any of it. Any of it. It just, no. Because it's just going to find some way to preach to me. And I don't want that. It's depressing. Life is depressing enough as it is, with a horrible economy, wars starting up, and the threat of disease, and all of these other things. I need what entertainment used to do for me, which was to be an honest and fun escape. And that's what it used to be. Don't ever let people tell you that old entertainment does the same things that new entertainment did. Yes, there were times when they tried to be ideological with entertainment, and guess what? Most of the time it didn't succeed. Unless it was an even-handed presentation of different worldviews, it didn't succeed. Just didn't work. But today, the status quo is, you got to be woke, it's got to be diverse, it's got to be equitable, it's got to be inclusive, it's got to be all of these different things, it's got to tick all of these boxes. And people are just sick and tired of it. And so myself and others are going back to old things. I've been going through old seasons of The Simpsons, which is always great because I didn't grow up with it. I had a year where I went through, I think, most of the Simpsons seasons up until a certain point, and I'm doing it again just as a fun escape, just another thing to do on a day-to-day basis for entertainment. You know, just doing whatever I can, going and revisiting old shows that I grew up with, live action and animated and movies, and old video games have been a big one, because I got a whole big back library of old games that I can pull out and play anytime. I still buy new stuff, but it's not from Western AAA developers. Those are on my blacklist. I don't touch Insomniac, or I don't have a PlayStation anyway, or a new Xbox, so it doesn't really matter. I have a Nintendo Switch and PC, and a Xbox One that still has occasional games that I get that are indie. But I don't care about anything new. And I feel content in that, and I actually feel really satisfied in that, as opposed to trying to chase the new trends. At some point, you stop caring, because it's either just garbage and not as good, or you just stop caring. For me, it's just because it's not as good. They're not putting in any effort to make it good or to make it for multiple people. They're just choosing to make it for their own circles. You know, there's a lot of people who are tired of the messaging in modern entertainment. My message to you, if you're in that position, if you're exhausted with it, you feel you can't get away from it, you can get away from it. It's called old entertainment. It's called what's available on the internet. Go out and consume and even purchase old entertainment. If it's available, do it. It's far more worth your time and money than on the new stuff, and it'll make you feel better. It might not make you feel better about every circumstance in life, but you'll be reminded of a time when entertainment used to be an escape that felt like it was bringing you to life. You know what I'm saying? When it actually felt like it was injecting life into a bad day or a bad week. The stuff that used to bring people together and still brings stuff together. Today's entertainment, the majority AAA mainstream entertainment industry, does not bring people together. It separates them, because it immediately takes a stance on a culture war that some people aren't even fighting and people are sick and tired of. So it just divides people. The old stuff didn't used to do that. And many of those creators have moved on from the mainstream and they're doing their own thing. So I would say seek out what it is that they're doing and seek out their older stuff. Because that's where you're going to find the fun. That's where you're going to find the joy and the entertainment that you used to, either when you were a kid or whatever stage of life that you were at in the early 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, however long you've been alive. But those of us who have been alive long enough know how it is now is not how it always was. And yes, things do change. That is a part of life. Things do change and evolve, but not always for the better. And the entertainment industry is one of those things that has evolved for the worse because it is so singularly focused on its messaging and underpinning its messaging and everything. You can get a show that's mostly good, but then they'll throw in a message or two and it'll just curveball you. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. You're watching something, you're thinking, oh, they're going back to the way things used to be. Then they throw in some sort of quip about something. The heck with that. They couldn't help themselves. They had to insert some sort of message about some sort of political goings on against or for somebody, and it just makes your head spin, and you just, no, I turn it off, don't want anything to do with it. Just enough of that. And that's what I've done, is I don't even give things a chance anymore, because they're starting to Trojan horse ideology into things. They did it with Spider-Man 2, they did it with Barbie, they're doing it with all sorts of things. They'll probably do it with Hot Wheels. Everything that Disney does going forward, they're going to do that with. They don't care. They can't help themselves. They have to push their ideology, but old stuff doesn't. Indie stuff, for the most part, doesn't if you know where to look. So there's still options. Some people have given up on entire forms of entertainment because it's gotten so bad. And I would encourage people not to give up, but just to seek the alternatives and to go backwards in time instead of forwards. There's absolutely options available. But don't get too discouraged, because it's not all over. These people won't win at the end of the day. Eventually, the majority of people will, and already stuff is showing that people are getting tired of the messaging, and they will start to lose money. Yeah, they'll see successes every once in a great while, but it won't be consistent. It'll just pay off all their losses for the year, and that's all it'll do. Eventually, they'll be in the hole, and they'll be begging for you to come back, and they won't know how to make entertainment for you, though. They'll just re-release old stuff, because none of the new people know how to do that. They don't have the life experience, because they're usually younger, and they don't have the frame of reference. So we may very well be seeing the death of the modern mainstream entertainment industry, but it's okay, because the entertainment industry will be rebuilt by people who know how to entertain. That's how it always is. I mean, look when people first migrated from TV to places like YouTube and what YouTube was offering. It was offering more time and fun than television was. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to just be not ironed. What the heck am I saying? You don't have to be anchored to modern day entertainment just because it's what you're used to with the same studio names and things. Those places are only the same in name only. They're all woke now. They've all got some sort of underpinning of they have to push DEI, they have to push marginalized peoples, they have to push all of their agendas, they have to push all of their messaging. For years they denied it and denied it and denied it. Then they finally came in and said, yeah, it's happening, but it's good. And you have to be on board with it. Well, no, I don't. I've walked away. And I would encourage more and more people who are fed up to walk away. And that's the point of this video. Old entertainment is a source of that. So is independent entertainment. Old TV shows, old movies, old video games, old comic books. You could say, yeah, I've already done it before, but it's been a while. Approach it with fresh eyes, and you might find something that'll really entertain you and make you smile for the first time in a long time. That's how I've been. Stuff is making me smile and laugh for the first time, laughing out loud at just some of the great old stuff that's available back when entertainment was trying to entertain me and others. It's great. It's fantastic. And we really, if we want to feel better, then we have to take the steps to actually feel better, and that includes divorcing ourselves from modern nonsense. Reject modernity, embrace tradition. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Super Koopa TV. God bless. Have a good one. Hope you're doing well. Peace.